There we go. So, yeah, looks like Red is not doing great. Poor Red. He's a vigilante. Okay, he's actually actively stealing from the people he's helping. Okay, he's also really not handling things well. And at first I was going to make fun of that. Really. Like, people reach out to him. You know, Guardian reaches out to him, Wally reaches out to him, Nightwing. Everyone is like, look, dude. And he's like, no, I'm emo now. Ugh. You remember what I mentioned about how a rogue hero is more dangerous than a villain in some cases? Food for thought. But here's the interesting thing. I was all prepared to make fun of him for being, Shadow the Hedgehog, until they bothered to actually show why he is this way. So he and Cheshire got together off camera and stayed together for a while, long enough to have a child. Okay. First and most obvious question, why does he not know about that child? Well, see, the thing is, the episode gives us the hints there. She left in order to probably go and have and then raise said child. Why would she leave in so doing? Because his own obsession was driving him to the breaking point. He was getting so bad that it was really starting to affect his ability to have anything else in his life, including her, or their child. Notice that is probably the one thing that starts to get his attention. Everything else he's just like, ugh, not you two. Not this. What do you want from me? It is the child that actually really gets him to start to snap out of it. I'm going to be really sad if that's a fake kid, by the way. But my point is, it makes sense why he is so wigged out, because he probably started to actually get the beginnings of a life with her and lost her in his obsession because he needed that boat. And then, of course, he lost her, so now all he's got left is a boat. Yeah. So we finally hear Beetle, the device, for the first time. Woo! And, of course, it's there to help give us the definition of a boom tube for those of you not aware of it, so that's nice. And we do get the exposition that boom tubes can still go in and out. Zeta tubes, blocked boom tubes, cool. So the Apocalyptics can show up whenever they want. That's always good to know. Notice how much more chill Connor's gotten in general, by the way. I mean, ignoring the fact that he obviously is doing better emotionally and functionally, he handles Megan smooching with another guy right in front of him pretty well. Like, I know regular human beings who do not have anger management issues and are not clones who can't handle that kind of a thing. And he's also pretty chill with Blue Beetle, despite the fact that Blue Beetle nearly gets them both killed more than once. So, that's nice, too. I also, I know Superboy isn't exactly known for his tactics, and Blue Beetle is clearly new and hasn't done any of his homework, so to speak, but the two of them really bungle going after that golem. Like, really badly. Like, comically badly. Two regular, unpowered, unequipped, unarmored human beings are there, and they decide, well, let's tango with the golem for a while. Like, have you never played an MMO? Or just Left 4 Dead? Team Fortress 2? Anything? Whatever. So the golem is not happy about being controlled. Go figure. Notice that the only time it really gains the strength to break free is when they attempt to take control of it. And they go ahead and communicate with it, communicate with the crystalline entity, and it is killed by Mystery Man. As usual, the credits don't actually list who he's voice acting. In fact, he's literally listed as partner, so it'll be interesting to see who he's playing. It's a new actor, I can recognize that. So I'm curious who he is going to be going forward. Either way, we then cut to Wally and Artemis, who have moved in together and apparently doing pretty well. So that's actually nice. It's nice to see. Hopefully that won't be driven apart by the usual comic melodrama, but, whatever. And then we get to the bit with Roy, whose life was being destroyed by typical comic melodrama. I'm sorry. I know it's weird, but if I found out one day that I was a clone of the original lore, who went by the name Archie and Gaia, like, I don't think I'd even be affected by that. I'd look at him and be like, well, first of all, his hair looks dumb, and nobody can pronounce or say his name at all, or spell his name at all, so, I think I'm doing better off than him. I don't, all joking aside, I don't get that. Okay, you're a clone. So? I mean, that wouldn't affect me in real life. In DC, they literally are friends with a clone. Actually, they're friends with 2 clones that we know of. Come on, guys. Anyways, I'll see you next time.